Oh, good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to our Monday night live stream. I wasn't here last week because we had a birthday in this house, but I'm back and I'm live. And how are we all doing? So welcome to anybody who's listening to this live and also listening to this as a podcast. That's pretty cool. If you didn't know, if maybe it's your first time you're joining us, this is our sort of hanging out time. This is where me and you, we get to chill out and we get to talk about running shoes. I answer some of your coaching questions if you've got any, and that kind of thing, really. It's pretty relaxed affair here. There's nothing much going on other than just chilling out and answering your questions. Oh, thanks, Gary. So, yes, how are we all doing? I've still got this. I don't know about anybody else. I've still got the end of this cold. I can't get rid of it. It's terrible. But I'm hoping to get a shot of that because I've got a race on Saturday. I'm doing the Remembrance Run in Essex. I don't know if anybody else is going along to that, but I'm doing a Remembrance Run on Saturday. It's actually part of a video, so that will come out. It's actually a really cool video that we're filming. I won't tell you what it is because when it comes out, I think you'll really enjoy it. So yeah, that's part of that. So that's an ATW event, so I'm going to be there. I don't know whether Ben's coming yet. He was going to let me know, but he's not done that. What else? And so tomorrow we've got on the channel, just I'll just bring you up to speed with anything that's going on while we wait for everybody to tune in. And actually, the chat comment thing's not on. Is that? No. So try that. They've played around with some of the bits on here. I'm just making this. How do we like it? Do we like it like that? Oh, crap. Or do we like it like that? Or do we like it like that? Let me know how you prefer the chat box. But yes, anyway, tomorrow I've got the Under Armour Velocity Elite 3 video dropping. That's tomorrow, Wednesday. No, or is that is Wednesday? No, Wednesday is the. I'll go mad. Wednesday's the Under Armour, and then Saturday I think we've got a Nike video, or it might be something else. Might be one of the other shoes. I'm not sure. Probably should have checked before I came live on air, but anyway, don't worry about it. Yeah, so figure that out. That's good though that they've made the thing a little bit bigger. Congrats to everybody who ran the New York City Marathon at the weekend. Myself, I had a load of coach clients that I coach out there, and they all done remarkably well. And it just again reminds you how hard the New York City Marathon course is. It's a tough one, so well done to everybody. If you're interested in coaching, obviously you can always drop us a line, hello@FORDYRUNS.com. We can help you for next year. And I think that's about it in terms of bringing you guys up to speed. My mileage at the moment, I'm just in maintenance mode. I've done some videos on that. We've got some other videos coming about that sort of stuff over the next few weeks. And yeah, I'm just in maintenance mode at the moment, trying just to sort of recover and have no stress. But I've got that half on Saturday, so I'm sort of all eyes on that. As a reminder, get your questions and get your comments in. Also, reminder for you to tell everybody about this live stream that we do on a Monday night, please. You're all in charge of marketing, so can you go and let everybody know? And I think that's it. Right. So, and by the way, we are live on Friday again. We've got a good show on Friday coming up. Okay. So, Nick put this comment in. Oh, blimey, that is big. Before, that is massive, isn't it? Before he left, I don't know which way is best, guys. I don't know that. So, if you're listening to this as a pod, I'm playing around with all the fonts and the comment section. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, hi FORDY, targeting 3:30 marathon. Currently run 10K in an Adidas Pro 3. Would like to upgrade for the marathon. have found the Pro 4s and SC Elite V4s for £150. Which would you recommend? Personally, I would go for the Elite V4. Although I just ran my fastest marathon in the Pro 4, I think the Elite V4 is a much more compliant shoe. I've very much enjoyed running in the Adidas Pro 4 in Chicago. But out of those two, I would probably go for the SC Elite version 4. And then we just go down. Evening to everybody. Evening, Matt. Again, get your questions and get your comments in. Yeah, whether it's coaching or you want got to ask a coaching question, I'll try and help. Or you want to ask about running shoes and things like that, we can do that. By the way, did everybody see the New Balance 1080 version 15 embargo lifted today? Let me know in the comments what you think about that shoe. I am saying nothing for now. Okay. Hi, FORDY. Colby 4829. Haven't run consistently for around a year now. The odd run here and there. Any tips to advise on some form of fitness again? Yeah, I would get yourself some form of structured plan. You can get them free online from places. You obviously can get yourself a trial on Cooper. If you go over to fordyruns.com/Cooper, you can pick that app up, and there's a 2-week trial on there, and there's a discount if you're interested in that. But and I'd recommend that app, by the way. But yeah, that would be something that I would suggest you do. You get some structure in there, looking to pick up 1 or 2 runs a week, get consistent at that, and then start layering in some other bits around that. Obviously, don't neglect the strength and conditioning side of things, some cross training. But yeah, try and get some consistency in once or twice a week, I would say, and then build from there. But get yourself some structure. And I say, whether that's in a plan that you buy, or plan that you like a free one that you download, or if you go and get an app like Cooper, which I would recommend. As I said, you can get a free trial on our website, fordyruns.com. That's the sort of thing I'd recommend to you, and that will help you. That'll give you a bit of structure, a bit of accountability, and you'll start coming back from them. But don't run too fast. Okay, Boydie 71. Evening 40. Are the Puma Mag Max worth a punt? Okay. Yes, they are. They're better than the Glycerine Max. I think they're a much better shoe than the Glycerine Max. They really are. They're much more respondent to pace and effort. They just feel better. I think you're really going to enjoy them. Outsole's better. I might be wrong, but I think they're lighter as well. So yeah, 100%. They're definitely cooler than the Glycerine Max. So yeah, have a look at the Mag Max. It's they've got some new colorways out as well in the Puma Mag Max. I would do that. Ryan's in the house. Oi, coach. Best looking client here as always. I'd love you to give the Gel Nimbus another chance. No, I think they are great and got me through the whole London Marathon years. No, the Gel Nimbus running shoe in its current state needs to be retired. ASICS keep banging that drum about, and I've seen the new one, but it's just like a total waste of time. ASICS are a great company, innovate something that's interesting. To give Nike credit, right? Look at what they've done with the Vomero Premium, right? Love it or hate it, right? But look at the innovation there. The Gel Nimbus in its current state is a total waste of time. So they need to do something awesome with it. They need to come out with some new foams or do something radical with it instead of just giving us the same old boring shoe. Now, look, it might work for a lot of people. I get that. But when you've got like the Mag Max out there, even the Glycerine Max version 1, be clear on that version 1. There's many other options out there now. The Nimbus in its current state is stuck in a time warp and it needs to be shook back into life. So ASICS, which is a good company, a good brand, need to do something awesome with that shoe. Let's wait and see. So no, it's not getting any love here. Hello, I love your starting again vlog. Thank you very much. If anybody's not seen that, we're doing I would say I suppose it is a mini series. It's me coming back from the Chicago Marathon. So I've spoken about how I plan my sessions coming back from a marathon training block, how I recover. You'll see us over the next few weeks in terms of the sort of secrets, let's say, to my success. None of them are secrets, they're all on the channel, but the things that helped me run that PB. We've got one about the sort of 5 things that I'm focusing on now, you know, the thing after lessons learned and that kind of stuff. And I hope that helps you guys and girls who maybe have done a training block and you're like wondering what next or on all that kind of stuff. That's the idea. And just go through that sort of the stuff that I do with my clients on a coaching side of things, how I work with them in terms of like, right, this is what you've done. Okay, we reflect on that. Boom, boom, boom. What are we doing next? What do we learn? How do we improve? That sort of stuff, you know, and work through that. Okay, so you mentioned about using the treadmill and doing it more of it next time. What sort of workouts do you do? So on the treadmill, I'm basically doing the speed stuff. I find that I'm maxing those sessions on the treadmill. I'm able to sort of dial in the pace a little bit, dial in the efforts. I find it easier than on especially in London, because if anybody's new here, I work full time in London in the week, as well as doing all the other stuff I do. And oh, by the way, we've separate subject. We've done a podcast. Hayden's done a podcast recorded with me about YouTube content creation and the recording of the videos, coming up with the ideas and all that, diving into that side of things. If you find that interesting, it's coming out in a few weeks. But yes, so on the treadmill, I just find I can dial in the paces a little bit better. I can find the controlled environment works for me in terms of getting some of those sessions done. The effort's a little bit less. Not. But when I say the effort's a little bit less, it's not as like taxing to lace up, warm up, go out in the streets, try and find somewhere where you can hit some paces and hit some distances and then recover and things like that. You haven't got all that to worry about. Get on the treadmill, you do your warm up, you hit the block, you hit the paces that I want to hit in terms of the session I've got on my watch, and then I'm done. Yeah, so that's why I like it. So yeah, and I'd recommend it to anybody, whether it's intervals, whether it's like a certain session that you're trying to do. Yeah, so I found it's worked for me. If anything like that, it works for me. Mike, what's happened to Speed Goat? He just ran the Sydney Marathon, and he's having a few weeks off. Hopefully you saw his video, Mike. He's also built a gym that he doesn't use. And he's eating a lot as well, but that's nothing new. Neil, hi, Chris. I use the Brooks Hyperion Max 2. Again, just sorry, Neil. Anybody who's joining us late, get your, whether it's a running shoe question, whether it's a coaching question, whether it's a question about the YouTube channel, what I'm up to, whatever, just get it into the live chat and I'll answer it, okay? And thanks to everybody for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. Oh, by the way, who says I haven't got ADHD? On the 28th of November, we're giving away, we're announcing the people who we have given as a club 4 London Marathon places and a Brighton Marathon place. How cool is that going to be? So tune in on the 28th of November. Yeah. If you want to join the club, head over to FORDYRUNS.com. It's free. Hi, Chris. I use the Brooks Hyperion Max 2 for speed work. Going to need to replace them soon. Worth getting the Max 3 or something else that's similar to the Max 2. Pumas are unfortunately too now. I would avoid the Max 3. It's too unstable. To be honest, they mucked about with that a little bit too much. It's good. I like it, but you've got to be bang on. It's a little bit too unstable, I would say. So I would look at something. I've got a great shoe that's just as firm as the Hyperion Max 2 that's coming out in a video next week. It's brilliant. And it's cheap. It's cheaper than the Hyperion Max 2 as well. The question is, Neil, can you hang on to that video until that video next week? And it's from a brand that you would not expect me to be saying that this is a good shoe. Okay. So, Neil, can you let me know in the comments? Can you hang on until next week for that shoe? No one else will want to buy it, but you will, Nick, because you got on with the Hyperion Max 2, which is a firm shoe. All right. That's all I'm going to say on that. Let me know, Neil. Again, guys, if you're joining us late, get your running shoe questions in the chat or coaching questions. I'll try and help you. Or if you've got some questions in general about the channel or my training or whatever, I'm here just hanging out. So just bang that in. Okay. Ricard, evening. Completed the Venice Marathon. Oh, I wonder what that was like last weekend. Highly recommend it. Well run, good support, pretty flat, great weekend. Looking it up. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to mention that to Hayden. That's a good one to put on the list. Thank you very much for mentioning that. We are looking at another marathon in a place that looks really cool. Hello. I ran 1:26 at the Great North Run in preparation for a sub-3 attempt at Valencia. Now I can't even do 3 times 6 kilometers at 4:15 during a long run after 10 days off with a niggle. Is it possible? Is it possibility with race day adrenaline? 10 days, you will lose. You would have lost some of that top end, but nothing major. Nothing major. Guessing the niggle's based around the fact that you've probably done too much training, too fast, and all that sort of stuff. Usual sort of thing. But yeah, you would have lost a bit of top end. So that probably explains why you're struggling with that. I would concentrate on what you can control. I would focus on the I can read that on the training that you've done. Look at the volume and things like that. Maybe adjust that target slightly. Be realistic for race day. John, the new 1080 just looks like one to avoid. Too expensive and nothing special. There you go, John. That's the description for the YouTube video, I think, right there. Any idea when this is from Andrea, when we will see the Puma Deviate 4? Andreas, I would say to you, the running event in Texas is coming the first week of December. We will get information then. Usually it's January, but that may be wrong because I'm not up to speed with what Puma's doing at the moment. I know they're in a bit of a mess. Did you see all that on the fact of what's going on with Puma at the moment? But yeah, wait till the National Running Show, the running event in Texas, because they'll be previewing all the models and it will give you when that's coming out. All right. Okay. Hello, back. Also, what did you do with the Pro 4 sizing issue? I've sized up half a size, but still left me in agony with big toenails. I have cut a hole in the upper Forest of Dean style to try and salvage some use. Yeah, I think I did a video about my customization of my Adidas Pro 4. Go and check that video out. I go through what I've done exactly with that shoe to make it work for me and to be able to make it work for me and run a PB at the Chicago Marathon. I'd have a go and have a look at that. It's on the channel, as you'd expect. Okay. Just got the Anders, I'm just going to say thank you. I just got the Puma Velocity 4 and think they run a bit long compared to any other shoe. Puma shoes, do you have the same feeling? Plan to use them as my daily trainer for a spring marathon. Puma shoes in general are sort of skinnier and longer than some. The Velocity, I know what you mean. I think it's more of an illusion, the way it sort of tucks in and goes up, a bit pointy. So I think it does feel or look aesthetically like it's running long, but I'm not sure it actually is. Not measured them, obviously, because I've got too many other things to do. But I think it's, yeah, I think it's something like that. I think it's more aesthetics than anything else. But yeah, all the Puma shoes tend to run slightly thinner and longer, and I think that's where so many people come unstuck with the sizing on Puma shoes, which is a real shame because they're great. Hi, chat. Again, get your comments in, questions in, whatever it is, and I'll answer before we finish. All right. Richard, I've watched the video on stability racing shoes. If still available, would the Adidas Pro 3 make your top 3? And if so, would the New Balance SC4 still be your preferred option for overprint? Yes, it would be. The New Balance SC Elite version 4 would be my top pick for anybody who's got a race and is a mild pronator, let's say. It's a very forgiving shoe. It's got a wide base. The foam is not overly soft. And although you'll get good feedback from it, it will look after you in those later stages when your pronation gets absolutely shot to pieces. It's a really good forgiving marathon shoe, that is. It really is. It's one of the best. And it's a shame that they changed. And I get why they changed it. I'm just going to have a sip of drink. It's a real shame that they changed it so much. As I say, I get why they do. A version 5 I like. I ain't got a problem with it. But version 4 was a bit of a special shoe because it offered say mild pronate as an option for race day. So you're not going out there and breaking your ankles. So yeah, it's a good shoe. It really, really is. Evening, Chris. Okay. Oh, I used to come back on my treadmill. I love doing the speed stuff on the treadmill. I was just running what sort of pace you were running. Thanks, Robert. I've got on one session, I've got my watch set for no faster than is it 6:15 per mile? Obviously, that's on a treadmill. Yeah, but I've been down to sort of more sixes because it keeps bleeping at me. No, sort of slower than 6:30, 6:35 is where I'm at. But I'm not sure that's relevant because we're all different, aren't we, Robert, in terms of paces? But yeah, I'm there or thereabouts in terms of the sessions that I'm doing. Another one I do, which is a slightly longer session, I'm a little bit more towards sort of 6:45 because I'm trying to do a little bit longer on those sessions, maintain a higher pace for longer. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But again, it's relative. It's all relative to everyone's different, right? Okay. Everyone should come to Slovenia and run some marathons here. Okay, sounds like a plan. I like it. Any particular one, let us know. Owen, currently using Brooks Adrenaline 24 for the support it offers and helps with previous injury. Okay. Any advice on similar shoes and a speed shoe to add into a rotation as I want to start marathon training? Brooks did do a GTS version of their Hyperion shoe, which, let me see if we can still get it. Brooks Hyperion GTS. Yep. You could pick them up for £70. Or Brooks are still selling for 140, but there's some here for £70. That's a good like treadmill 5k, 10k shoe. So check that one out. And I've done a video on stability, sort of racing shoes. I picked like 3 shoes in terms of stability. The one that keeps coming in my mind is the Hoka Rocket X3. Is one to try out for sure. Again, it's not a stability shoe in any shape or form, but it is a stable. Right. Okay. Right here, Parky runs. Hey Chris, are ASICs still playing silly buggers again with the stock of the Mega Blast like they did with the Super Blast? Despite the cost, I can see the value, but ASICs tactics enough to put me off. So with that, basically what they did, as I understand it, they made a what's it load of them in those launch colorways, the pink and purple, and obviously you had the white in selective places, and then they sent them all out to retail. And then they sold them all out, and then they waited, and now you've got the Ekiden version coming, which is the green version, and then they'll all sell out, and then they'll wait and they'll do another release around something. That's how ASICs are working in terms of their premium shoes or their collections. If you look, they do collections now. I don't like it. I'd rather them just say, look, here's 5 colors, crack on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would make more sense. But I do feel like it's driven by marketing more than anything else, which makes sense because it's such a good shoe. And I appreciate that it drives everybody nuts. So, yeah, there is a new colorway coming, green colorway coming. I don't know whether it's on the website. It might even be on their website now. But the white one's still kicking around in some places, but in general, they've sold out. And it's just demand's just outstripping supply for them. They just make good shoes if people want to buy them. But yeah, it is annoying. I get the frustration 100%. But I don't think there's necessarily tactics by it. I think it's more just stupidity, really, because they could sell like millions of them. So yeah, that's what I think they're doing. I don't think it's deliberate. Okay. Hey, FORDY. January is the new Alpha Fly 4. February is the Pro 5 and Elite 4. And March is the Ultra Fly 2. Yeah. Vomero 19, Mag Max 2, and Super Plus. What are you most excited for? I'm kind of interested in the Alpha Fly 4. I know from what I've seen, it looks like they've just put more foam under the forefoot. Whether they've adapted the foam at all, be interested to see. I'm really keen to see whether they've done anything to the arch of that shoe. I don't get on with version 4 because of the arch in there. It just rips mine to pieces. So I'm really hoping they've done something there because I don't have that issue in terms of the arch with the Vaporfly, with any of the Vomeros, the Pegasus, nothing, any of the other shoes. I don't have that issue. So I'm really hoping that they've sorted that out, right? Because I really liked version 1. And version 2, I kind of got away with. What was the other ones you said on there? So Alpha Fly, definitely. Obviously, SL2, we're interested to see. I think Vomero 19's been leaked already, so that just looks at development. And obviously Super Blast 3 with the Leap foam in there and that look, that'd be kind of cool. There's some Adidas shoes that I'm looking forward to, which I can't tell you about. But they look good. So hopefully we can talk about them soon. Hi, Chris. I have a pair of Hoka Mach 6, which I love. Have a couple of half marathons lined up soon. Tempted to race in the Mach 6 for one of them. Do you think that's suitable? Yeah, give it a go. Why not? It's more about you than the shoe. I keep saying this. It's not, the shoe makes marginal gains, and I mean marginal gains. But as I always have said now, the work you do as a runner, as an athlete, in the gym, in the sessions, in the recovery, in the consistency around your strength work, your fueling, your hydration, every night, that will make you perform better than a £300 pair of shoes. All right? Yes, the two will work well together. They're set up for that. But look at what you're doing as a runner in terms of your training. Robert, love mine. Hoka Arahis. Hated the previous versions. Any recommendations for a small speedy shoe, stability runner, and loving my product? Yeah, Robert. Again, I point you back to my video on stability race day shoes. Let's have a look. A few of you asked for this now. Let's go back. Let's find it. All right, Robert, I'll do you a favor because I like you. Stability. Here we go. Let's get the link for you. I'm going to put it in the chat. Anybody's listening to the podcast. Stability race shoes. What a great channel we have here that we do this as well. You're welcome. Okay, there we go. Where was I? Bingo. Okay, John, with treadmill running, the effort I put in is a lot more than outside with slower input, but it's warmer and the toilet is closer. Yeah, that's mate. There's a lot of pluses to being on the treadmill. Neil's going to wait for next week's video. I think you'll be surprised, Neil. The shoe that I'm talking about, you will not see it coming. You will not see that one coming. Parky Runs. Have you or anyone done the Kew Gardens half marathon before? I've signed up for a PB attempt. We volunteer at that one as a club, which is pretty awesome. Big shout out to our volunteers. They're amazing. If you want to join the club, it's free. It's the biggest in the country. You're welcome. Aaron, Super Blast, Mega Blast for Vomero Plus for marathon training. Congrats on Chicago. Thank you very much. The Mega Blast does it all. That's probably the pick. If you're on a budget, the Vomero Plus is a phenomenal shoe. I don't think it's hard to justify that. I think the money on the Mega Blast to a degree because it's so much, but I appreciate why so many people are buying it because it is a do-it-all shoe. But equally, the Vomero Plus is a great option at £155. If you're a 40 Runs affiliated club member, you get 15% off at sportshoes.com. So it's worth the 20-something quid, right? To join 40 Runs as an affiliated member, just go and smash your life out at sportshoes.com. You're going to get the Vomero Plus 15% cheaper, right? That is a fantastic marathon training shoe. It really, really is. I've done 21-mile long runs in that shoe. I've done loads of stuff in that shoe. It's brilliant. It really is. The Mega Blast, yeah, money no option, but the Vomero Plus can take a lot of marathon training. And because of the Zoom X in it, I know it's not the same stuff. I get all that, but it can still pick up the pace a little bit. All Beefy, will you be reviewing the Under Armour Velocity Pro 2 at all? We've got the Elite 3 coming Wednesday, haven't we? There's another one in that range as well, by the way. Hi, FORDY, training for Valencia Marathon and seriously considering salt tablets as I sweat a lot. I know nothing about them, so would like some advice for beginner salt eaters. So, Marky, here we are. Because I have a pack here. So I use, and again on the podcast, I'm holding up a pack. Actually, I should throw these because I've started eating these. I use Salt Stick. I'll hold them up to the camera. I'm not endorsing or not paid by Salt Stick, just to be absolutely transparent as always. I'm not on any affiliate link or any crap like that. This is the stuff I take. So I take one of these every 3 miles in the first half of the marathon. If it's a hot marathon or hot race, I'll continue to take these. But if it's not, I'm usually less frequent in the second half of the race. I try and get ahead of it. Does that make any sense? So every 3 miles, I'm taking one of these, and I just chew them up, and then when I get to the next aid station with water, knock them down. That's how I tend to take them. So yeah, that's what I do. I put them in my flip belt on race day, and I take them out, and I have them. They are, where are they? Doesn't tell you. It says here, look, chew 2 tablets for every 30 minutes of exercise. I don't do that. It's personal choice. I just go one every 3 miles when I'm racing. I only take these in training when I'm sort of practicing fueling for the race. So when I get nearer the time, to, let's say I'm doing 16-mile long run, 16-mile goal pace runs, or like a race simulation, or I'm doing like a 21-mile with a lot of goal pacing and things like that. When I'm practicing like race day stuff, that's when I would use them. Other than that, I know they work for me. I know they're all right with the gels that I take. I'll just rock them out on the day. All right. Again, you just get them from Amazon. I hope that helps. Okay. Thanks for the last response. I see a lot of people running in the Evo SL. Are they really as good as some say they are? Yes, they are. They're very good shoe. £130. Again, if you're a 40 Clubs member, you can get them discounted. Definitely the shoe of the year, 100%. Just a great shoe. Light Strike Pro. Brilliant. Let me finish that drink. Yeah, really good shoe. Hang on. Thanks everybody who's joined me tonight. I really appreciate it. Mega Blaster top, but too expensive. Should be 20% cheaper, and I would buy them. There you go. Velocity 4 defo run longer, even other Pumas, but too narrow to size down for me. Yeah, they do. They do. Kipper and KD 900 X.2. They've got just such stupid names, haven't they, Kipper? Why don't they just change the names? That shoe just should be called like Kipper Awesome or Rocket Fuel. Do you know what I mean? But 99 quid, yeah, I know what you mean. Makes sense. Okay, what's this one? Tore my knee meniscus in January. Thankfully avoided surgery. Extensive gym rehab with physio. Returned to slow run in July. Booked a spring marathon and now building up mileage. Any tips? Am I mad? Yeah, you are. I would have done autumn. Personally. But yeah, you've just got to make sure you're working extremely carefully. And as you say, you've done the right stuff in the gym. Continue with that. Make sure you're checking in with your physio. They know best than anybody. But yeah, I would build mileage very slowly, and I'd make sure I'm doing a load of aerobic work. I really would. Alpha Fly 4 lighter, and all the photos seen so far, it has no insole in it. Is that because they've got the maximum 40 stack? Not sure. I've not really seen too much other than the stuff from the New York. And they were all prototypes. So we're still at the prototype stage for the Alpha Fly 4. I believe. I might be wrong. So we'll have to wait and see what comes out there. Richard, cheers for love my Adidas Pro 3s, but not sure they'll get me through a marathon with my overpronation. But yeah, SC Elite version 4 is the way to go for that. Oh, there's something else going on here. Oh, that's me putting the link in. What an idiot. I need some shin splint advice, please, FORDY. I put some muscle on top heavy in the gym, and no matter how much leg work I do, I can't seem to shake them off. I had both time off and trying to sort out. I would go and get obviously some physio to have a look at that shin splints. I saw a guy, I'm not going to name him, but on TikTok, does way too much volume, way too fast in every single session, and then he posts he's got shin splints. No shock, right? You have to manage your load, and you have to manage what you're doing, your recovery, and things like that. It's really, really important to look after the side of that. Volume's great and everything, but you've got to be able to take it and handle it, and especially the pace. You don't need to be running everything at 3,000 miles an hour to get faster, because all you're going to do is get shin splints and get injured. Personally, I'd get back to the physio, get that rehabbed, get that looked at, and then look to strengthen. That's what I would do, and don't rush back. It really is, take your time, because that's a nasty thing. It will just keep cropping up. Okay, here we go. How often do you think you should train in super shoes? I'm personally not somebody who does that much. I think you're better off saving them for race day. Again, a lot of people, that bloke even on TikTok does a lot of stuff in super shoes as well. So no, I don't necessarily think it's a great thing to do. Everybody's different. Listen, you buy a £300 pair of shoes, you go and run in them, you crack on. Absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. Everybody's entitled to do whatever they want. From a coach's point of view, my side of things, I'd rather you be in non-plated shoes for a fair amount of time. There's no necessarily science behind it. I just would rather you have that effect on race day where you feel the shoe's lighter and you feel it's a more racy shoe, and it gives you that sort of placebo effect. That's what I would prefer. Yeah, I'm sure that at some point there's going to be some science that comes out and says, this and this on these shoes, but it is interesting. I swear there's some correlation. And again, I'm just making this shit up, between the amount of people that are getting injured and all that sort of stuff and plated, or spending so much time in plated shoes, because you're running faster. You're not running, your economy is different and things like that. So you're running at certain speeds and all these niggles start to show up and things like that. I don't know. It all just seems too much of a coincidence. But yeah, my runners, I'd prefer them not to be training in super shoes the whole time. I hope that helps. Have Adidas sorted out their daily trainer lineup? They might well have done. They might well have done. Just wait and see. There we go. Finally live. There we go. Look, last one. Look, great. Fine live. What up, 40 from New Jersey? How awesome's that? Brilliant, isn't it? You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in live every week. I appreciate, obviously, the regulars. I appreciate so many new people this week. We're back live every Monday. We've had a few weeks off because of, obviously, I've been racing and we've had some birthdays and things like this. But I hope to be around most Mondays now, all the way up to Christmas. So please come and join me every Monday. If you've got running shoe questions, if you've got coaching questions, or you want to know a little bit more about the channel and that side of things, I'm happy to help. And I'm happy to, answer your questions as best I can. Still got a couple coming in here. Look, cheers, Chris. Look forward to find out about more Adidas coming. I need to bite the bullet and get a physio. Yeah, this is that. I appreciate they're expensive, but that's the problem. I had to go to the physio at the start of the Chicago Marathon training block. I had to bite the bullet. I was getting shockwave treatment on a tendon issue, which was my own fault because I was doing too much in the gym, actually, on a leg press, and it was irritating the tendon. We only realised that's what I'd done once I basically pretty much finished the shockwave treatment. But the physio worked that out. We worked through, the best treatment possible. But I do appreciate it's expensive. But the money you would spend on a pair of shoes or something like that, that's the way I look at it. Or the few races that you might do. You could save that money and get a physio, and it'll get you back, and it'll give you a plan on how to avoid those shin splints going forward. Penny, currently using the Super Blast for a shoe to train for marathon that I'm training for next year. Yeah, Super Blast, Mega Blast, great shoes. Vomero Plus, great shoes to train for marathons in, because I think they do a bit of everything and they don't have any carbon in them. Again, there's no science behind what I'm saying. It's just personal opinion, but I just like the fact of on race day I turn up and I go, yeah, I've got my carbon plates on and they're light and I've got this super stuff, and off I go. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'll still use a carbon plate in certain sessions, but I won't train them all the time. Okay, guys, thanks very much for joining me. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're listening to this as a podcast, I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. We'll be back on Friday live. As I said, a couple of weeks' time, we're giving away 4 London Marathon places and a Brighton Marathon place live on air, which is going to be pretty awesome. But this week, we've got a live show coming up on Friday at 7 o'clock. Make sure you tune in and join that. Absolute carnage as usual. And again, I'll be back on Monday. And if anybody's at the Remembrance Run in, I think it's Saffron Walden on Saturday, I'll be there. So we're filming a video there, so that'll be kind of cool. So hopefully I'll get to see some of you boys and girls there. But have a great week. I hope you're having a good day so far today. But yeah, have a great week, and I shall catch you guys next week.